are taking my butt to the emergency room because we're not sure if I have a blood clot in my pelvis or two. So we're trying out some of the new hospital food that they're allowing me to have, and I just opened this up and saw bacon. I just find it funny that they had its own little tray with a lid to reveal the holy bacon of hospital food. It cracks me up. Goodness, hello! Look at you! Look at you! You're so excited! Oh my goodness! Is that Mama? Do you want Mommy to sit down? Do you want Mommy to sit down?
Shepherd's pie and chicken pot pie.
Do you want Mommy to sit down? Look at that face. Look at that face. Watch out. Let me sit down first. Can I sit down first? Oh, hi. Yes. Oh my goodness. Are you so happy? Are you so happy? Oh my goodness, you are so happy.
You happy Mommy home? Huh?
Best day. Oh, best day ever.
Don't you put my fat ass on that video.
Just arrived at our home improvement, well, let's say Chick home improvement mecca, Lowe's, to get some wood, because hopefully this is the last bit of wood we're going to need to finish our brand new chicken coop. More to come. So we got our wood. You can see Donald loading in the back. I'm not helping because I'm still recovering from the hospital, although I did help him close the tailgate with the plywood. So as soon as he gets all that loaded, we'll be heading home, unloading, and I'll be relaxing. Good morning, Copper Kettle Kindred. So we are out here in the back garden. You can see this is Dad's side of the garden. We've been dragging up wood with the John Deere as much as we can, but I know we don't have enough for the winter, so we're figuring that out. But this is where Dad's garden is. This is the traditional plow, fertilize, and that's pretty much it. It didn't do very well this year. At some point when Donald and I take this over, we're going to, you can kind of see a delineation here of just like thicker, it's focusing on my finger, thicker stuff right there. We're going to try hugelkultur there once Dad allows us to use his part of the garden once he's kind of done with it. But for now, we're just kind of staring at it. It's soaked. We had a flooding here in Gettysburg last night, and everything is just soaked because of all the clay and the absence of soil here on Dad's side due to the traditional farming. So what my husband is doing right now, I'm going to stand up and show you, is he's bringing out hay bales for me to build us a cold frame for some lettuce that I have growing. Actually, the lettuce that I pulled out of that chicken area earlier last month. So he's creating me a frame of hay to keep it warm. He's throwing in some old weeds, not old weeds, old plants, I guess, and branches that we're going to kind of half hugelkultur this in the cold frame. And then we're going to fill this with compost and wood chips. Put some window frames over it that I was gifted for free. That we'll also reuse in the spring for the greenhouse. But for now, this is going to be where I plant some lettuce. I might plant some chard here and just some cold winter, just to see how it works. I have not done a winter garden yet. Oh, and this is the last of our pickings, I think. We have some good time growing, but for right now, we've got some peppers and some leeks that came up still, so I'll take them in and cook them. We got another bale. I am not helping because I just got out of hospital yesterday, so I am taking it easy and sitting on the bale instead. It's sunny out. So, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna look at the camera because it's right by the sun. I guess I could try to do it this way, maybe. I might be able to look at the camera from here. We'll see. So we're gonna plant some lettuce. I think it's a butter crunch. I'll show it to you guys later on in the video. I'll take a video of it because I don't remember what kind it is. My brain's still foggy from being in the hospital, but I definitely want some chard. We like chard. I have a lot of kale still growing, but I don't like kale. I've liked it once when someone cooked it with some bacon. Hi, husband.
Hey, wife.
But I don't know, if you guys got any kale recipes that might make it not suck, that might be good. I'm just not a kale eater. So, but we have kale growing, and I gift it to friends that like kale. So we'll go with that. But, is that all of them?
Yeah.
So now we just got to bring over the windows, or my husband's going to bring over the windows and fill her up, plant some stuff, put the windows on top, and then I'll have a semi-cold frame. We'll see how it does. We've never done one before, and we're excited about it. Another thing that we've decided is this half of the garden that has a lot of our cattle panels is going to remain kind of our back to Eden raised bed type garden, where we put down a lot of mulch and build up the soil. We like the raised beds just because of all the water runoff that comes off this garage here, which we do have rain barrels set up, but we need at least 2 more, and I think at some point we may take this chicken coop down and build an actual better building. We'll see. But what we plan to do is do the back to Eden garden on this side, and then this side did not do very well. Now we put compost down. We had chickens here last summer, so I'm not quite sure. No, it wasn't last summer. When did we have the chickens here? It wasn't this summer. It was the summer before, right? 2 years ago. Yeah. And we thought that would be enough to help this grow, and we put a whole bunch of mulch down, a couple truck beds, and it didn't. I mean, stuff grew, but didn't grow well. So we're going to use this side to be our root stout method of gardening. And then we'll have the hugelkultur on Dad's side. We have a food forest garden started on the other side of this, closer to the road, where we've got lots of fruit trees, peach trees, pecan trees. We've started growing a fedge there because we want to create a barrier from all of this traffic that you see going by, which we hate. It's loud, it's noisy, and it doesn't promote much privacy because this is a very main road in Gettysburg. So we are going to create a fedge all along here, but also the food forest. So we got a whole bunch of different experiments we're doing on our 1.25 acres, which we're really excited about, because what's going to happen is we're going to compare all these different methods and course, make videos about it, and then maybe provide some educational opportunities to show people this is what we did, this is why we did it, the science behind it, because my husband's in wastewater, so he knows a lot about soil science and microbiology and nematodes and all that stuff. But what we want to do is show other people the difference. And we're still going to keep one strip of traditional plow method without soil building as a comparison. Eventually we may reuse that and do something better, but for now we like the idea of having at least 5 different systems going at one time so we can show what works, what doesn't, and how to do each. So you'll be seeing lots of videos, how we're going to set up the hugelkultur, how we're doing the cold frame, how we're doing the roof stout method, back to Eden, all those different methods. So really excited about that, but I feel like I'm talking a lot right now, so I'm going to shut up and watch my husband do what he does. So here's the windows. These are actually from our old house, or from our house that were taken out and replaced.
Our old windows, yeah.
They're old windows, and I think this will be pretty good. He said we need to clean them though. They do look a little dirty.
Yeah, we need to clean them off. And then my only other worry is the corners. I don't know if it's going to retain enough heat.
Yeah.
So I might just get another 2 more bells, just pull this down.
Make it 2 bales on the end.
And just put it like that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, I mean, it's what, $2 a bale?
Yeah.
So, and we're going to pick up some more Sunday maybe. So yeah, this might be an easy method for people that want to grow in the winter and don't have a way to do it. We'll let you know how it goes. But you still got to fill this up with some compost and wood chips, so.
Yeah, some wood chips, some compost, dirt, and then you'll just have this laid over.
Protects it from the frost, right?
It keeps, what keeps the heat in.
It keeps the heat in, lets the sun in.
The sun in to heat it up, and then when you need to vent it, you just move it out, check what you need to do.
Now, how often are you supposed to vent it? Like once a day?
From what I understand, it depends on how hot it gets.
Yeah.
So if I see a lot of moisture at the top, I'll probably open it up.
Okay. So you don't want it to get moist? Like,
well, you want to keep it humid, but you don't want it to
keep
be
it like drenched and then frozen. Or actually, this is to get our first freeze tonight, so
yeah.
We have other things that need to plant that are getting. If we don't get them planted soon, they're gonna die. So it's kind of a. Hey, check out these pecan trees over there. The one on the right still has a lot of its leaves. The one on the left doesn't. That's weird. Wonder why that is.
I don't know, but I'm gonna add all this extra material in here.
Just for nutrients as they break down?
Yeah, just reusing it. And it's a good filler.
Yeah. And then in the spring, once we don't need this anymore, actually we'll probably need it for a little while just to harden stuff off that we want to plant in the garden.
Greenhouse.
Oh yeah, we will have the greenhouse. So once we're done with this, we'll just spread the hay out over the garden, right?
Yeah, we'll just take it apart. It'll probably be deteriorated pretty well.
Yeah.
But we'll just take it apart and spread it back out.
And that'll be our roof stout stuff. That's exciting.
And just reuse it.
Yeah.
I might even just take it and put it in the bedding compost area for the chickens and goats.
Yeah.
And let that manure get in and then take it in. Put it out
here. Don't hurt your back. I'm excited about the idea of doing gardening tours on video next year. We didn't do any this year.
Yeah.
There's really no point in doing a garden tour right now because everything's dead.
Yeah, everything's dead. But
except the time.
Now, what we can do next year is once we have our stuff established, we can do winter garden tours.
Yeah.
Or fall, how to prep, or what to do if you want to keep going.
I don't know how windy this is with the camera.
Oh, it's probably, they probably can't hear me at all.
Maybe not. They can't see you for sure because the sun's behind you. You're a silhouette. A handsome silhouette, though. Were you gonna try to show me your butt on the camera? Did you have to stop yourself?
No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Stupid. I think you dropped something. You'll get to know as you continue watching our channel. My husband's a big dork, and we're pretty much big dorks together, so you're going to see a lot of dorkiness on this channel.
Dork?
You are a dork.
Okay, maybe a little.
How did we meet each other?
Fate?
Fate and
World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft. We were both gamers. If you want to have a little chat session. So story time while my husband's filling this bed with things. My husband and I actually met on World of Warcraft. We were both he was more of a serious gamer than I was. I played just to play with friends, and I do like gaming. I'm really good with computers, which is why I own a technology company. But I was dating a friend of his for several years that was a fairly abusive relationship, and Donald helped me through it once it ended in a bad way. And I guess we just got along so well for 2 years as friends, we just decided to try it out. And I went down to pick him up. Well, you came up to visit first for about a week, right?
Yeah.
And came up to Gettysburg. We got along really well. And then I went down and picked him up from Texas. And he's been here ever since. And he loves it. We love it here in Gettysburg. I'm originally from Maryland. He's originally from Texas. And we've kind of combined forces here in Pennsylvania. And we love it here. So that is the semi-story of how we met. We've been together for 7 years, married for 5 years. And yeah.